This is Andre Damon with the World Socialist Web Site. We're in Montcalm, West Virginia, where 25 miners lost their lives on Monday following the largest mine explosion since 1984. This coal mine has been cited for hundreds of safety violations, including a number in the past 2 weeks for ventilation, escape routes, and dust control.
What's the $50,000, $100,000 fine to a coal company?
Nothing.
That's nothing, because I mean, every time this train rolls out here, it's over $1 million or more. There's 4, 5, 6 trains run out here sometimes a day. But the thing about it is, when you work for coal companies like this, you don't have no right. They tell you either do it or you're fired. You don't have no rights when you're with the company. You know, it's non-union. Your voice don't mean nothing. You can't say no. If you say no, they say hit the road.
What happens if you complain?
You get 9 times out of 10 you get fired, or they give you such crappy work that you're going to quit. It's usually something like this, an accident, somebody gets killed before they shut the mines down. I know for a fact that the severance, you know, the coal severance taxes that's come out of this area, that swimming pool shouldn't have been, should be down there, should be full of water. It shouldn't be a big concrete hole. Our streets should be paved in gold. We ain't got nothing here. I mean, all the years of all the coal severance taxes come out here, we don't have nothing. The technology's got a lot better. But the technology is only as good as the people that read it and use it. There's been cases about they've had violations before. Different mines, but not pointing directly at Massey stuff, but they're bridging over their sniffers on their equipment so the equipment still runs, like when it should be shut down. It's sad to say. Next month, every one of them guys will be replaced next week. If they open up another mine, those guys will be replaced. That's the sad part about it. They're standing in line waiting for the job. Yeah, there's people waiting. I mean, begging. I mean, the conditions bad around here for work. It's either the coal mines, and there's people standing in line waiting. Take the job. And that's the sad part about it.
It's unsafe. What it was. If it wasn't been unsafe, they'd have had it cleaned up and everything. Yeah, that's the truth. But the coal mines, all they think about is money. I'm going to say it this way. What the mine inspectors and stuff, they get paid off. See, they don't, they just do what they tell them to do.
My father was killed in Logan County in Sharples. He was working for Swamp Fox Development. It was September 24th. But he died in a roof fall, and I think it was unjust. He should have never died. I mean, and these mines around here, they're dangerous, and these men have to go in there and make a living. And I'll tell you what, the grief around here is just overwhelming, and you can feel it everywhere you go. There's a lot of friends of mine may be in that. I still don't know. I haven't seen the list of names yet. But there's a lot of good men around here, a lot of good miners. And I don't think Blankenship is doing everything he can. I really don't agree with nothing that man's got to say or any actions he's taken at this time. I think the laws need to be changed where, the man should have to pay. I mean, honestly, you got 25 families right now, maybe 29. It's going to be suffering and then a lot of grief. And I'm not comfortable with none of this. I mean, he's been breaking violations for all these years. And my personal, I'm not a coal miner now. I used to be. I worked for the man. And I've worked underground. I didn't work directly for Massey. I worked for a contractor. And some of the violations that he gets by with, just unreal. Some of the things I've seen is unreal. Some of the conditions he puts his men in is just unbelievable. You just have to be there to even know what some of these men go through every day just to make a living. I've seen mine inspectors write him up before, and he just gets by with it. And he made a comment, supposedly, that it's cheaper for him to pay the violations than fix the problems. But I've been in the mines before. I'm not going to say which mines. When we walked off the elevator, and we have what they call spotters. It detects the gas and all this. Everybody that stepped off the elevator, our spotters went off. Instead of, finding out what was going on, it's just a battery charge is what they said, and put us on back to work, made us go back to work. I got to the bottom of the shaft, it went off again. And same thing. Well, we're not reading nothing up here. Well, personally, I think it could be a better setup for communications. I mean, I've had them drop me off 2 miles away from any phone. No ride out of there, drop me off with red hats that I wasn't even supposed to have that many with me. And I'm not going to say what mines that was at either. I mean, they retaliate against me easy. I got to live in this neighborhood. But, I've been under bad situations myself. and the mountain's popping and cracking. One of my red hats could have got killed or anything, and I pulled him out. I wouldn't let him work like that. I'm responsible for that man. I didn't want to take another man's life in my hands. I mean, I lost my father to mines. I don't want to see someone else die. And I guess that's all I'm going to say at this point. I mean, it's tearing me up.